Part 2 of our project ring is going to place the gems onto the ring. So let's grab the ring out of the job bag. We don't need the curves anymore, so I'm just going to go ahead and right click on this job bag and just grab my poly surface and import it. And it's a very pretty surface, isn't it? If I do say so myself. All right, we're going to start by getting a curve on this nice part here. Using the curve command, extract iso curve. Okay, we'll look around for the surface that we want right there and snap the curve to the middle of the surface. Same thing on the other side here. There we go. And we'll join both of these together. Okay, in our Gems on a Curve tool, we place the curve into the builder and the gems appear on the surface. Now we want the gems to be facing the surface. Right now they look like they are, but they're actually facing F4. So in order to get them facing the surface, we select this option, we toggle from F4 to down to object, and that starts up the option select surface, curve, or point for gem direction. We just click on the surface, and now they're pointing at the ring. We can also drag these along. We're going to replace them with squares, so just keep that in mind. You can set them pretty close together. And you can play with the sizing if you want, so that once they're squares, they'll be right next door to one another. Okay, when you like them, press enter. This might be a nice version of this ring, just in case your customer wants one with the rounds and not squares. So go ahead and save this one off, because you just never know. And right click on your gems, going back into Gem Builder, grab the Princess Cut and the Keep Original Size option. Just click on any of these and they will be replaced with princesses of the same size. Okay, click anywhere out there to see your results. Very, very nice. So pretty. I will take two, one in red and one in green, please. Okay. You can place these guys into the setting command metal from gems. And we'll show you how to make a little raised edge for your mill grain tool for after production. Okay. Now remember with the metal piece that your first level just moves this profile around. So you can push it in or out based on how far away you want it from the gems. So gem offsets, we can push it out a little bit away from the gems so you can see more of those gems. Just decide how much you want to see past the little edge we're going to make. And then you have to move to the next level to size this down. So click on the next level, and then you're getting the profile width controls. Width and depth, so you can go ahead and make this little, because we're just creating a little raised edge for your mill grain for afterwards. And make it just as wide as you need it for the tool you're going to use to mill grain edges. Okay, you also want a flat top, so click on the top profile shape. When that opens, just grab the new flat profile shape. Okay, and you just got a tiny little raised edge on there for mill graining for later on. And that's one of the reasons that this metal from Gem Tool was designed. So you can actually control exactly how big this is. So let's go ahead, move it up a little over the tops of them. You just decide how tall you want it, okay, for that raised edge for your production model. So let's press enter to keep our little raised edge. And we'll place this version into a job bag. Now here's your production model. Suppose you want to do a render for the customer that includes the mill graining on the little raised surface so they can get a picture for how it's going to look. So you can do this with or without the metal piece there. We're going to do it with it there, but it doesn't matter. You can do it without as well. Go ahead and right click on your gems, and the tool you're looking for is called Channel Border, and it lives in the setting menu. Just click this tool and it places a curve around the gems with handles that control that curve. Now you can't see it because it's down by their girdles and they're all covered up, but that's okay. Just use your Z offset to bring this little curve up and over the gems. I think that's actually called V offset as in vertical. No, there isn't an X, Y, Z, and V. It's the fifth dimension. No. Guess that'd be the fourth dimension, but that's A. Anyway, I'm showing my nerd side now. Okay. All right, so get that up above the gems where you want to place the mill grain and press enter when it's out there. Okay, and it just gives you this little curve that follows the gems at the distance that you set in the handles. And our next tool is Mill Grain Builder. And we're going to click on this curve. We're going to stick it right into the Mill Grain Builder, which is the same as the Gem on Curve Builder. And the first thing it does is stick out gems, which is exactly what we didn't want. We wanted mill grain. Gems would just look weird there. Or if they were teeny tiny, they might look good, but... All right, let's go and find the object we're going to lay out. See object type right here? Click that, and instead of round gem, do sphere. Okay. Now you get mill grain. That's great big cartoony huge mill grain. So size it down using the start size option. Get it to the size you want for a mill grain for your render, or if you're going to mill this, that's fine too. Get a nice spacing so they overlap one another. And then you have to click and drag the start and end points so that they match. Okay, completing your design. And that will look great for our render. Unless you think they're too big. I don't really know. Somebody needs to write me a letter telling me how big they should be. Okay. I think it's too small. Oh, no, it's definitely too small. Perfect. I don't know. Press enter and they'll turn from those little preview things into the real deal. The next tutorial is going to cover how to get pave on this bad boy.